The contest results and parties, and so that's, you're gonna give that?
No, he's gonna give,
Oh, we're gonna do the,
yeah.
Oh, we're gonna try.
oh, you're gonna try. Well, see,
Nothing.
you have to have patience with me. Number one, I'm old. And number two, I'm new at this.
Okay, there, you're ready to go.
All right. Bill was supposed to get this, but I guess he got killed. Anyway,
We moved the presentation, the special presentation.
last Christmas, I was fortunate enough to get this box again. And it was so, the old one was so full.
Dwayne, we can't really hear you.
Thank you.
Hello?
There you are.
Yeah.
The old one was so full, I couldn't do anything else with it. So I decided, okay, let's just do a new thing, and we'll start again, and we'll build a new box. So, here's the box.
You can come up and look at it afterwards, but anyway.
I also decided that, you know, it's 21st century. We're gonna do something new. So what I decided is to put an AllStar link in the first iteration of this box. And what anybody else does after that is up to them. But I put, it's got plenty of connection ability for other stuff to put in it. As long as you power it with 12-volt source, it's gonna work fine. Now it's been, what, 8 months since I had seen this box, because it's been at Bill's house, because it was his turn to do something with it. But I guess the powers that be decided they wanted a demo. Well, it's turned on, but because it's probably supposed to connect to my internet at the house, we may not be able to demo it real well. So we're gonna explain some things.
Second one down, Tom.
As we said, it's an AllStar node. How many of you know what AllStar is? Yeah. It's based on a Raspberry Pi. It's called a Sherry Pi, actually. SHARI.
Good grief.
Oh my God.
It's UHF, and that's what it looks like on the inside. So you can see all the power stuff is in there. There's a power switch on the front, and the 12-volt input is on the back side. There's on that side. On that side, you can see that it's 13.3 volts that the battery puts out. And that's what it looks like on the inside. I'll try to yell. This is the Sherry Pi. This is the AllStar node. And this is the antenna. It's right here. Okay. Works well. Most of you probably aren't going to know what the heck all this stuff is that I'm going to talk about, but I'm going to talk about it anyway. It has an SA818. It's a radio interface. It operates between 420 and 450. It uses a Raspberry Pi 5 microcomputer. The standard GPIO headers work for it, those of you familiar with Raspberry Pis. The case, the fan, the heat sinks are all inside the black box. and that's what it looks like inside the black box. This is the Sherry Pie hat. You remember what Sherry stands for? I don't remember. No.
The guy's wife.
Yeah, Nathan. Yeah. Just don't quit your day job. It has a radio on board, power and control from the GPIO pins, the antenna primary external connection. So, it has a low pass filter. It's 200 to 500 milliwatts RF output, so it's not your typical high power stuff that most of us deal with. That's the kit. I did not put this together. I bought it assembled already. So, it works great. I mean, when I decided to do this, it was, I'm going to have to go in and figure out how to make it automatically connect to the nearest Wi-Fi hotspot at the time, because I know it's probably configured for mine at the house. Matter of fact, if I took this box home with me, it'd probably work fine. So what were we going to do with it? Well, I don't know. I don't know what Bill's idea is for putting whatever in here, but this got a start. This got us a start for the Christmas radio. And for those of you that are new to OCAPA, every year we have a drawing, and any prizes that the OCAPA crew come up with, we draw for them that night. Jim usually brings a bottle of his best wine to give away, and we have Steve's mother always, for the last, I can't remember how many years, does a painting specifically to give away at the Christmas party. And then there are other gifts. Well, if you can call it a gift, this is one of those gifts.
Yeah, right.
And how many have had the Christmas radio?
The 6 meter, yeah.
Twice.
The 6-meter radio.
I've had it twice.
And I've had it twice.
Point out that it didn't do anything, though.
No, it did
Well,
nothing.
In its origin, it actually had 6 meters on the front of
Right.
the box, which
Yes.
became the 6-meter
I
radio.
thought it was called the Albatross.
I thought it started as a 2-meter
Yeah.
radio.
Called a few other
2
things
meters.
too, but we won't get into that.
Yeah, 2 meters.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Those of us that had it more than once call it something different.
I
Yeah.
have a question. The 6-meter thing that we handed out or passed around didn't do anything.
Not a
Does
thing.
this thing do anything?
Yes, it does.
What?
It connects to the AllStar network.
Okay, can I jump in?
Go ahead.
I'm prompting you.
Go ahead.
Can you please tell them that AllStar is UHF to internet, da-da-da-da?
If we saw it work, what would it do?
Well, you can connect to AllStar nodes, people that have AllStar nodes.
With my phone?
Well, you could do that too, but you got to have the right phone or right stuff. Go ahead.
I can say that if this box had a Wi-Fi internet connection and it was indeed connecting to the servers at the allstarlink.org, somebody could take their HF or UHF HT that's within the range of that little device there and punch in some numbers, and you can call any AllStar node in the world.
Okay.
And of course that would be voice. So
All right.
For instance, if it was connected like it should be, I have AllStar node number 2, which is the frequency that this is on. It's 434.4 is the frequency that this is on. If it was up and working, I could key this up, and it would then come back to me with my call sign in CW indicating that it's up and running. Then I could then use this with DTMF tones and connect to that thing and go to, for instance, Dave's node at his house. or any other node that I knew the node number for. I could just key it up right from here. So, yes, if you have an AllStar, how many of you have an AllStar node at your house? Okay? I can sit at my house and connect to Dave, or connect to Freddie Mac out in Henrietta, get on his node, even key up, he has a connection to his repeater. I could key up his repeater by using DTMF tones. That's what we plan on doing when we connect the Integris 443275 and the Newcastle 14721. Once we get that done, we'll be able to do the same thing. You'll be able to connect through your AllStar node or directly to the repeater these days and do that.
Around the country, it's mostly people's nodes, or it's actually, they're linked to a repeater that works in that town,
Either way, go ahead.
mostly.
Yes, and there's a thing called hubs. They're like meeting places. So, for instance, I've been toying with the idea of creating an Oklahoma City metro hub. Anybody that's got it hooks up, and it's a local thing, or people from Tunisia can join in.
So,
And if you have a cell phone like he and I have that has Android on it running the application, you can dial up any node you want anywhere in the world, and you could be on vacation on your cruise ship.
And press to talk.
yeah.
Absolutely, you can transmit just fine.
So to put it down at bare dirt level, if I may, you guys can tell me to always shut up. Okay, thank you. It's UHF to AllStar node to another AllStar node, or out, okay? But it's to get to the AllStar node. If you get it out to the AllStar node, it can either go out or to the internet to somebody else's node and then go out. Okay, so you're essentially increasing by more than exponential the distance that your signal can actually travel. Okay, similar to the way the repeaters work. They take it, they rebroadcast it, or retransmit it, is the right way. But that's what the AllStar stuff does too.
Okay.
How many of you have an Android phone?
Yep.
Okay. I have an app on here called QSO One. And what QSO One does is it will connect to the internet, wherever I'm at, and I think I have it connected to the WIC line, but I don't know for sure. But anyway, I have AllStar on this app, and you can see that. And I'll pass the phone around, and you can look at all of this stuff. Let me try one thing. I'm connected right now to AllStar Parrot. AA5KD test. 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1, test out.
Oh, they want to correct it.
So that's AllStar. I can connect to anywhere around the world that has an AllStar node number. Yeah.
I don't have that.
Oh. It's old age, you know that.
I guess those iPhone guys are just out of luck, aren't
Actually not.
No.
There's an app called Repeater Phone,
Repeater phone, yeah.
and it works beautifully for AllStar.
they? Oh, okay.
And it's free.
So through this phone and an app called QSO One, that's Quebec Sierra Oscar space Oscar November Echo. QSO One for Android users. For iPhone users, it's Repeater Phone, and it works well. We've used it for years.
This is probably one of the most amazing applications. It was very quickly developed professionally, and the guy does, I don't think he ever sleeps.
No.
He's continually making changes. And this is the most polished application I think I've ever seen. It can do DMR with it.
Yep.
You can do Yaesu Fusion with it.
You can do M17.
Yeah,
You can do Echo Link.
almost anything.
All from this phone. And you go, well, geez, that's not amateur radio.
Oh, yeah.
It's also not
Now
worth
see, this is another guy using the parrot to test his audio levels.
Volume up. No, on the phone. You can't
Oh.
hear anything.
AFI KD test.
Oh, some Chinese guy.
So,
There's Android phones. You just go to Amazon, say one of
So
the
in
Android
order
phones. And
to take it somewhere and make it work from there, if there's, so say the church had Wi-Fi and it was open or you had the password, what kind of configuring would it take to make that work from here?
well, it's awful. You'd have to put in the SSID you want to connect to for the Wi-Fi
Uh-huh.
and the password. And then you talk.
and that's it.
Okay.
It's pretty much a no-brainer. But as I look out,
Careful.
That's not bad.
When I presume your HT, any UHF to HT will work.
I can't find it.
or
I'm looking for it
VHF,
right
whatever
now.
you
It's not in
configure
here.
the receiver, yes.
How much does the kit, how much does the kit/assembled unit run?
Do you remember Sherry Pie? I want to say it's like,
Well, the Cherry Pie itself is about $65 on
Yeah.
Amazon. But then you need a Raspberry Pi or similar to
and
operate.
that's where the ball game changes. Because it used to be Raspberry Pis were pretty cheap, you know, $35, but now they're like over 70 or $80. So,
Oh,
and it
they're
depends
more-
on where you get it. They could be over $100 right now, which is
Like-
crazy.
Be like 300 if you want to get a Raspberry Pi 5. It's ridiculous.
It's stupid.
Right.
But
There's a cheaper alternative, and I think I showed you a couple months back, the 3040 terminal server thing that works beautifully, and those are 30 some bucks or 40 bucks off of Amazon.
so to get an AllStar Link node today, you'd probably end up going his route.
Under 100 bucks.
Under $100. But right now, AllStar Link is pretty popular. You know, a couple of years ago, I'd never heard of. Well, I'd heard of it, but I never messed with it. And then he got me involved with it.
Your fault.
Yeah. Mea culpa.
So you mentioned, I think, when you talked about the box, that it had some kind of interface. So the sucker that gets that at the next Christmas party,
The lucky winner?
what or
He
what?
doesn't. The sucker, as you called it.
Uh-huh.
The AllStar. What's in there right now? He doesn't have to interface to it. That's going to be a separate
Okay.
radio,
Okay.
separate box, because there's still power left in here, and there will be for
Okay. So we can just pick something else and
right.
have it.
He could put an AM/FM radio in there and still power it without even messing with the AllStar Link. Totally separate.
Oh, and listen to sports and.
Whatever you want to do. But you know, that's up to whoever gets it.
Sure.
Because
I think that part was skipped. Yeah, I forgot your name already. What's
Leonard?
Leonard? I knew it was 2 syllables, but I forgot. So what I didn't get, I'm a new ham. The first person, the person whose ticket is drawn, has to do something to it to bring it back next year, and it's re-given and re-given and re-given.
They add to
So
it.
it becomes bigger and more clunky, and that's why it's been redone.
I mean, the last year when I got it for the second time. By the way, I believe that there is a rule that says you can't have it more than 2 times. So
I haven't seen that rule.
I second that.
you can be replaced.
You're looking for a motion, but you're not
Please.
gonna get it.
So anyway, okay. So we've talked about mostly all of this, but it's a radio over IP for ham repeaters, remote bases, and hotspots. Radio connects to a local hub, like our radios. Okay? So you got a local hub, but as Dave is saying, For instance, how many of you know Ham Radio 2.0 guy, Jason, down in Texas? KC5, HWB, I think, whatever.
YouTuber.
Anyway, he has a node, 41316, that has probably hundreds of people that connect to it daily. So you can get on there just to his hub and you can listen, and if somebody comes on, you could key up your radio
And they
and go,
stay
"Hey."
connected.
Yeah, they
At
stay
least
connected.
about 100 people.
Freddie Mac, those of you that were at Ham Holiday and watched Freddie Mac with his AllStar node presentation, Freddie connects to it permanently all the time. So he's always on there. Freddie has his own hub. Freddie also has a repeater that's connected to the AllStar link. That's what we want to do. So that's going to give us a capability that we currently don't have, and that will be a really neat thing to do.
Going,
Yes.
does it have to be the Raspberry Pi assembly, or could you load software onto a regular desktop machine?
You could do that, but I wouldn't relegate a full, machine to that. I would buy a little box like the $30 terminal server box that I referenced, and that works beautifully. Or a Raspberry Pi, and it doesn't have to be a high power one. It could be a Raspberry Pi 02W, which right now is about $25, and that's all it takes.
Because the Raspberry Pi doesn't need to be powerful, because there's not a whole lot of traffic that goes over it, so you could do that too. The only reason I bought this was, I didn't have to do anything with it. I didn't have to build it, because it came that way. But you could use a Raspberry Pi 2.0, 2W, or a Raspberry Pi 4, or even a 3B plus you could use. So, and you can find those probably on eBay for next to nothing. But the Raspberry Pi 5 that's built on, that was only at the time, I think I paid $55 for that then, but they're a whole lot more than that now for some crazy reason. But
RAM and DRAM prices are going up because of data centers and miners, Bitcoin miners.
yeah, so whatever you guys want to do out there, but Raspberry Pi or the AllStar Link nodes are very popular these days.
They have QSO1 for Windows. You can run it on a regular computer.
Yes, you can. I do it at my house too. So, I mean, the possibilities are endless these days. And everybody, one of the big arguments that I always hear is, well, really, that's not amateur radio. Well, you know what, guys? Where would we be back in the AM days if amateur radio operators didn't experiment and go, wow, we could do sideband too, guys?
Yeah.
So this is just an offshoot. FT8's the same way. FT8 is, hey, as far as I'm concerned, FT8 is the cat's meow. But everybody says, well, people don't get on it very much for sideband. Well, I get on it just because. I do CW too, so,
So I still run a Spark Gap.
do what?
Spark Gap.
You got a whole
Yeah.
garage
You
dedicated for it, right?
You are
Yeah.
old, dude. Node types, it can be a simplex or a hotspot, one channel, good for home use, repeater node. It ties a repeater to an AllStar link, which we are going to do. We've just been a little busy and it's been a little warm.
Really?
It could be a hub node, no radio needed. It could be a remote base,
Now, what does that mean?
remote node.
No remote base.
A remote base. It would allow you to control your radio from anywhere in the world at home.
Hook up your home radio to it,
Yep,
and you can take control of that.
yep. You can either go this route, or you can, unless you got a lot of money, you can go the other route that most people go, and buy your remote. How much those things cost? We looked at it one time. I don't know. It was like over $1,000. It can be a permanent link. In other words, it reconnects automatically if it loses connection. Dynamic, it disconnects when it's down, and you manually reconnect it when it comes back up. could be a hub or a reflector. Many nodes meet at one critical point, i.e. the ham radio 2 guy down in Grapevine, Texas. He's got probably, I'm going to guess and say over 100 people that connects to his hub.
Almost always.
Yeah, all the time. It could be a private node, testing or closed club infrastructure, whatever you want to do. And crosslink, Echolink, and all sorts of other things.
But not GMRS.
But not, that's right, not GMRS.
Now, is AllStar the mechanism by which we're going to have the UHF and the 2.1 connected, or is it some other radio and software mechanism?
Yes.
It's some other.
Good question, Lucy.
Or both.
It's a little box that we bought 2 of, one for each location.
Yep.
That's about cigarette pack size.
But they're not AllStar.
Yeah, well, they're
They
no,
could
they're not
be.
AllStar. They're interfaces between audio and computer.
Just
talk.
radio IP, okay.
It's a little box. It's an interface box.
Right.
It has gazintas and gazoutas.
Aha,
And it goes between the internet and the repeater,
all right.
and that's what where the magic is.
Just need a node at each place, internet access.
Internet access at each site, which we have.
We have now?
We have now if we want to use it.
Oh, okay.
The only question is we don't know, since we're piggybacking on the site down at Newcastle, we don't know how much data we can use before it goes tilt.
But we don't think that's going to be a real big problem.
Okay, we're piggybacking because the real purpose of it there is the cameras and stuff for security.
Yeah.
Well, if somebody else is paying for it, and we're not providing any money for it.
Oh.
So that's why I mean.
So the
piggyback.
owner of the tower.
The owner of the tower
we're
owns all the
freeloading,
stuff
and he
inside.
said we can do that as long as we don't exceed his data usage and cause additional money. So,
He doesn't know what you guys can do.
yeah. Won't he be surprised?
Well, he's an extra class hand himself, right?
Yes. Yeah, he is. Okay, it's the software for AllStar Link is actually based upon what's that called?
Asterisk.
Asterisk.
Yes.
So it's fairly well fleshed out. ASL 3, which is what the new AllStar Link stuff is called. It used to be ham VoIP,
Ham VoIP.
ham VoIP, but then it changed to ASL, and then 2 years ago it went to ASL 3, which it's ASL 3 is the cat's meow right now. It works really well. And there is a oodles of information out there on AllStar Link. So if you want to get involved, go out to allstarlink.org, O-R-G, and it will give you everything you need to know about AllStar Link. It has very good tutorials. It has an excellent manual. I mean, I haven't found anything that I can't look up that's not there. But I can look up that's not there. Some of the other stuff you can run AllScan, which what AllScan does is it gives you a GUI interface that lets you look at everything about your node. It also has, there's AllScan, what's the other one we use? Allmon, which is another thing like that. And then there's Supermon, which has a little bit more. I mean, with all that stuff, you can do a lot of stuff. And you know, quite frankly, I think what we really need to do one of these days is those of you that don't, when you go to Ham Holiday and you don't attend Freddie Mac's seminars, we may have to give one in here so that you fully understand what AllStar Link does. That way we can come in here with nodes that will connect to each other, and we can give you a much better demo than just trying to flesh out what's going on here, which is really going to be tough because everything was done at my house, and I'm pretty sure that it's configured to connect to my node at the house.
Is it difficult to change the connection?
No, no. I tried logging into it earlier and I was unable to do so, that's, so I didn't really know what Bill had planned. So, I mean, we talked about it, but I haven't, like I said, the last time I saw this box was in December when I gave it up to whoever won it, and which was Bill Underwood. And this is, the node number is, I have another, my original node is 66181. I didn't want to mess with that, so I got another node and extended the node numbers, because normally when you get, like this was 66413, that's the only node you get, but you can extend those numbers by adding 0, 1, 2, 3, or 4 to that. And so I did that with this one. So this node number is 664130. The call sign is W5MEL. I don't know why it says I'm the owner, because I don't ever want to own the box again. But it's on 434.4 megahertz, and there is a PL tone 225.7. And you can do a app access is the web transceiver telephone portal, which maybe after this is over with, I'll try to see if I can get connected, just to make sure that the stupid thing works. But I'm sure it does, because it worked when I built it. Okay. Disregard that if not demo time, because we're not going to be able to demo it. Yes.
Out at Newcastle, we've got the .3 repeater and 2.1. Do we have to have two separate nodes for each repeater, or can one node service multiple repeaters at the same site?
No.
Actually, no. And the reason is that that's an ICOM repeater, and it doesn't have the I/O capability that the Yaesus do, which is why we stick with the Yaesu to Yaesu implementation.
Right.
So,
So if you had two.
so if 444.3 were not an ICOM repeater, it was a Yaesu repeater, we could do that.
Any other questions? You can come up and look at this thing, after this is all done. I'll leave it up here, but it was a start.
Hey, back to this brand thing you just talked about. In terms of an AllStar link to a repeater, but now using these magic boxes, not AllStar, we're gonna link our two best working repeaters together. If you AllStar link to one and they are linked together, you'll be using both of them when that starts working, right?
Exactly.
Aha.
Yep.
Yep, full-time linking.
All right.
Any other questions?
What repeaters are going to be linked?
The 443275 at Baptist Integris, which is up north, and then the 147.21 down at Newcastle. They will be linked. Now here the good thing is that I have, because I'm also a SCARS member at Norman, they want to do the same thing with an AllStar link on their repeater. So, we'll be able to go from our repeaters and link to their repeater through the AllStar node network. And so you'll have that coverage too. And Tulsa, same way. Jeff A5ME is probably going to do that. At least the last time I talked to him, I think you talked to him too, that they're going to try doing AllStar links on their repeater system up there too.
But the AllStar links you're talking about would be a per session that a user connected to, or a permanent link like we're gonna have separate gadgets for our two working repeaters? Which?
regardless of anything else that ever happens, as long as we have power and internet connectivity, those two repeaters
Yeah.
will always be linked.
Got it.
So anytime one guy talks on one, it comes out on the other,
Perfect.
and vice versa.
And I'm asking,
And-
with that working,
Someone over in Egypt can pick up their phone and call in if we allow those inbound connections, and how long we allow them to occur, and
Right.
do we break them after 30 minutes, or, how are we gonna manage that? And that has to be seen after we get there. And likewise, you'll be able to take your handy-talkie and be within the range of either one of those repeaters, punch in the code, and bring up anybody else you want.
all right.
So you can link additional repeaters in there.
So you'll be able to use DTMF coding to
Right.
connect to, let's say, Dave's node at his house, or my node at my house when I get my router issue fixed.
So these two baselines that we're gonna have working, having nothing to do with AllStar, we're gonna have an AllStar interface to one of them, which means it'll work both of them. Yes or
To
no?
both of them.
No, we have to have an AllStar interface to each one of them. Each one.
But one's gonna key the other without
Well,
AllStar.
we can't run that much wire down there to make it connect. That has to be done over the internet.
Yes.
Okay, so that means we have to have two nodes that are functionally standalone items. But we say, okay, link this one to this one and this one to this one, and permanently link it.
That's not with AllStar, that's with your gadget.
That's with AllStar.
Oh.
But you gotta have a gadget, cause you got an air gap, so you have a repeater that has no network interface in it right now. Has to go out to the world somehow. It goes out through that interface box, which in turn connects to a Raspberry Pi that's connected over the internet using the ASL3 software on the Raspberry Pi. And it all works.
But
Is
it's
the
not
short
working.
version that AllStar is a link, it's a handshake between the internet and
Well-
the repeater?
Well, it's not working because we haven't done it yet.
Okay,
But once we do it, it'll be working.
all right.
But nothing works until we make it,
For
turn
instance,
it up.
let's say we moved the Thursday night net to 443.275 or 147.21 in Newcastle. I could be in Florida, bring up my AllStar stuff on my phone here, and check into the net on
With-
Thursday night
With AllStar.
with AllStar.
But once you get those linked without AllStar, you could be virtually anywhere in Oklahoma City and pick UHF or VHF and be on the net.
That's right.
That'd be kinda nice. But then, what I don't get is, that ain't AllStar. Their repeater, damn it, if one keys, the other one is up and you're talking. Now we're gonna hook up AllStar. And you're telling me I can't just AllStar into this one and it'll key the other one with, that it's already,
Well, first of all, we can't have the repeaters linked without having an AllStar node that's operational at each site.
you can't?
You absolutely cannot.
Okay, I thought you said it was a separate box on each end.
It is.
That's not AllStar.
But if I put well, it's not AllStar. It's AllStar. If you use it for AllStar, it could be some other digital mode.
See, we could do-
It's an interface box that allows it to control the repeater and the repeater to
Okay,
control
so
it.
it's not gonna be a dedicated box on each end that makes these work, AllStar or no
It'll be a
AllStar.
dedicated box that will only do what we tell it to do, which is built the connectors I built, hook them together, and use the configuration we put in it.
Uh-huh.
And you'll never have to think about it again.
Let me give you another example. Currently, Yaesu repeaters have what's called it's a LAN connection. And it goes inside the Fusion repeater. Connect repeater to repeater. You gotta have the same kind of box in the other repeater.
Yeah, it's proprietary.
But there's no internet connection. Yaesu, there's no hardwired Ethernet connection down there to do that. So we use AllStar Link, and that provides the connectivity. But because there's no internet connection other than what Sam has provided, he bought a hotspot and donated it for that purpose.
And that's what we're using at Integrity.
And that's what we're using at Integris. But at Newcastle, we have internet down there. So all we have to do is connect the box that Dave's talking about to the internet, and then that interfaces to the repeater
Yes,
through a DB9, I believe.
okay, and so they work.
Right. But without the AllStar load link at Newcastle,
They don't work.
they won't connect together.
Yeah, and Barbara, you had a question?
I asked if the short version was just that the All-Star is a link, a handshake, if you will, between the repeater and the internet. And
Yeah.
Yes.
Dwayne nodded his head,
Yeah.
so hopefully that.
Simple and make that right.
Any more questions?
You wanna help me get North Korea on one
Thank you.
page?
Yeah.